Well, this was a waste of time.
Not completely. I haven't been camping since I was a boy. It's nice to get out.
So that's our article. Camping's a pleasant diversion.
You didn't think we were really going to find anything supernatural, did you?
I was hoping. Well, nature calls.
What was that?
Nature. Calling. Do you believe in spirits after all?
Do it well away from the tent this time, would you?
No! No, please! Ah!
Gregory? Gregory! Very funny.
Who are you?
I'm not falling for that again.
Stand back! Leave me alone!
You can stop. Gregory? Who are you?
George is on thin ice with his landlady, apparently. She believes he's been having overnight visits from a certain lady friend.
So he thinks helping her with the roof this weekend will allay her suspicions?
Since George and Effie can't come, perhaps we should call it off.
No, William, it's a camping trip. It'll be fun.
Yes, but it will just be you and me.
Huh? Huh? Who's ready for an adventure? All 6 of us are gonna have such fun. Rock climbing and foraging and cave exploring.
Unfortunately, George and Effie are busy this weekend.
Oh, what a shame. Still, more time just the 4 of us.
That's just what I was thinking.
Ruth is a bit nervous about sleeping in a tent. I don't think she's ever actually been in one.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Well, she'll probably jump out of her skin at the least little noise. So that's women for you, isn't it, right? Huh? Huh? Yeah, I'm right, yeah.
Oh, I hope the ride wasn't too rough on you.
Oh, no, Henny, I'm made of tough stuff. Where can I freshen up?
Oh, I'm sure we can find somewhere. Seems like a fine town, doesn't it?
It seems like a town.
Perhaps we'll move to a place like this one day.
You have such a wicked sense of humor.
What's the shortest distance to the caves? The map suggests going around the river, but perhaps if we swung north... Not very helpful.
What did I tell you about giving him a tip?
I thought it was included
I told you. I told you every time.
We have this discussion every time. Hello? Beautiful town you have here.
We are from Toronto.
Good for you.
We're going camping up in the hills. In a tent. For fun.
I'm William Μέρντοχ, my wife, Dr. Julia Όγκτεν.
Hello.
I'm Fletcher Goss, my son Eli. You folks who come here to camp, you come to their own place.
Why do you say that?
Plenty of reasons. It's damp, it's rotten with bugs. Black fly season, you know. It'll drive you mad.
Black flies this time of year?
They're not the only thing.
Eli?
People who spend the night up there lose all sense. The ones who remember. The ones who are lucky.
Lived in this town 20 years. Never catch me up there.
Right. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Turn back.
Excuse me?
You should go back to where you're from.
Who are they?
From the city?
I shouldn't be here.
That's what I told them. But you know people from the city. They don't listen.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes. And it won't be any beautifuler further on. So please tell me we're stopping. I'm exhausted.
I suppose this is as good a spot as any. Henry, collect some firewood and kindling.
Sir.
Oh, no, Henny. No. We're tramping. You needn't call the detective sir. Out here in the woods, we're all equals. Isn't that right, William?
I suppose.
Well, thank you, Willie. Bill?
Butterfly.
Right. We'll need to erect the tents facing each other with a distance of 10 feet between them.
10 feet. Not 12 or 13 and a half.
Henry?
Yes?
Are you hurt?
I'm all right. Something broke my fall. Something or something.
Henry, you simply must stop falling off cliffs.
Well, I hardly do it on purpose, dearest.
You appear to be not too much the worse for wear, Henry.
Well, actually, I think I put my back out.
Henry, where are the tents?
Well, I saw them roll down towards the river, sir. I suppose they've been carried downstream.
Excellent. You think an awkward fall from the cliff killed him?
I won't know until I examine him properly, but there's a large amount of blood on his head.
Time of death?
Less than 24 hours. Likely last night.
Well, if he was wandering around in the dark, he may not have seen the cliff edge.
Oh, I fell off the cliff in broad daylight, sir.
Yes.
He's not wearing shoes or a jacket. It's rather odd if he was wandering around at night.
Julia? Look.
Could that be his campsite?
Hello? Hello?
Perhaps he was camping alone.
He wasn't alone.
Oh, Henry, we cannot stay here.
I don't know, dear. They're just dead bodies. They can't hurt us.
I know you're a man of the world, Henry, but I am highly sensitive.
Rigor mortis suggests he died around the same time as his friend.
There's a fair bit of blood around his head.
Perhaps they were killed in the same way.
You don't believe the other man died from the fall?
I have to examine the bodies.
What kind of bird are these feathers from?
Eagle? Or wild turkey, perhaps?
Rather large.
If only my Roger was still with us. He was a world-renowned ornithologist. He would tell us in the shake of a lamb's tail.
I didn't think he had much of a reputation outside of Mimico.
Mimico is part of the world.
Sir? Do you think the bird could have done it?
I highly doubt that, Henry.
Good Lord, it wouldn't surprise me. You can never trust birds.
Oh, check that!
Never you mind. Something smells good. What's for dinner?
What I'm cooking isn't for tonight. It's for tomorrow night. We always go out for our anniversary, but this one is special. So I thought I'd make us a feast with all of your favorites.
So what do we eat tonight?
Thomas, honestly, I just...
Stay there, Margaret. Right. Which one of you did that? I've told you what before. Clear off. You don't want to be messing with me. Yeah?
The second man also suffered a heavy blow to the head.
Do you think he fell as well? Or perhaps he was bludgeoned?
I can't be certain right now. I'll need to wash them to get a better look.
Well, there's no time for that tonight. The sun will be setting soon, and we need to set up camp.
Oh, I'm not staying here.
We don't have our own tents.
There are dead bodies right over there.
This is possibly a crime scene. We shouldn't sleep here until I've had a chance to at least examine the area thoroughly.
We passed a cabin on the hike here.
Right, about a mile back.
We could make it there before nightfall.
What? I don't know what's worse, being out there or being in this abandoned shed.
The cabin.
Whatever it is, it's dirty and small, and I hate it.
No one's been here in years.
I wonder what became of them.
Perhaps they found a real home.
And perhaps they were mining nearby?
William, look.
John and Albert Owens, written by their parents. Now, this last one is dated 10 years ago.
October 30, 1897.
10 years to the day.
Something must have happened.
Perhaps they just left in a hurry.
Maybe something scared them off. Maybe this place is haunted.
Oh, don't be silly. Why would a ghost want to live here?
Don't worry, Ruthie. You probably just went home or got murdered. Sausage?
Hopefully no animals get the scent of those two bodies. A post-mortem will be difficult if wolves get to them first. Perhaps the man at the tent fell and hit his head. And then the other man
Ran for help, but unfortunately went off the cliff.
Yes, but why didn't he help his friend? Why did he just run away?
Well, whatever happened, we won't be solving it tonight.
You're right. Perhaps we should try to enjoy our trip just a little.
Yes.
But why did he slash the tent on the side? Maybe he saw something terrifying.
I thought we were going to try to enjoy our trip.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
What was that?
It's a wolf howling. A very far away wolf.
How far?
A mile?
Penny!
5 miles. Why don't you just go back to the cabin?
Oh, no, I'm not letting you go to a well alone. Not after that business on the cliff. No, I mean, I've always wanted to be a widow, just not yet.
You hate this, don't you? Why did you even want to come on this trip?
I thought it would be fun.
Really?
I mean, I don't need a cruise down the Rhine or a carriage ride through Paris. I'm a simple woman now, and simple women like camping.
Ruth, one day I'll give you the vacation you deserve.
Oh, Henny. No. Well, here, maybe you could cut down a tree or build a fire or some other manly thing. What was that?
Anything threatens my wife, I'll kill it with my bare hands. Although we can get water tomorrow, too, so...
Ruth, you can come with me and assist with my examinations.
Actually, Julia, I can't.
Why not?
I've yet to touch a dead body.
You work at a hospital. People die there all the time.
Oh, I know, but I prefer not to deal with it. If I just let them lie there, usually somebody comes along and whoop, takes them away.
Well, today you can be that somebody.
Several maps of the area. This one has some caves circled.
These books are all about ghosts.
Eerie happenings in Ontario. It's checked out of the university library.
Can you hand me that one?
They all are.
It would appear these young men were students.
You can study ghosts at university?
You can clean those.
There, Michael Mullins and Gregory Hunter. They were studying the phenomenon of spirit hauntings. Collective illusions at the beginning of the century.
They've written something here about the entrance to the underworld.
Father Brebeuf says that the Petun Indians called the entrance Ekareniandai. Or perhaps they believed the entrance was somewhere near here.
You think they found the underworld?
No, Henry.
Well, they saw something that night, sir.
Whiskey. Perhaps they were just inebriated.
William, we finished our examination.
How are you doing, Ruthie?
I think I should go for a walk, Henry. Just...
They both have injuries consistent with a fall or a violent blow to the head. But there are also these.
Their skulls were punctured?
Both of them. Their skulls have 4 identical holes in the top.
So all from the same weapon. Is that what killed them?
It's impossible to know which injury came first, the holes or the blunt impact. What did you find out?
They were university students.
What were they doing out here?
Looking for the entrance to the underworld. I'll go with Henry into town and alert the authorities.
Why is it only swarming around me? me!
Well, I told you not to wear perfume, darling.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Henry. You may as well tell me not to wear clothing. Get in! Get in!
Can I come with you? Please?
Here, no, it's okay, it's gone.
Whoa, no, stop! Oi! Were you let outside my house last night? I want your names. Your parents should pay for my window and give you a bloody good hiding. Right. Cowards.
Are those the children who broke our window?
They were wearing Halloween masks. I never trust anyone who hides their face.
I am glad we didn't let Bobby go out on Halloween. What a rotten invention.
When I was a kid, we used to have mummers come and knock on our door at Christmas. Scared the life out of me.
2 young men. I didn't see anybody go up there. Not surprised they didn't come down, though.
Why is that, ma'am?
No one goes around those caves. Ever.
Is someone telling you not to go there?
No one has to tell me I know. There's evil up there.
Evil? What on earth is she talking about?
I have no idea. The people in this town are rather odd.
I don't like it here, William.
Oh, Mr. Goss, a moment.
Oh, use her back.
Yes, we found 2 men in the hills last evening, deceased.
Is that so?
Yes, I'm a police officer, and the circumstances of their deaths were unusual, to say the least.
Well, those hills are cursed.
Cursed?
You heard me. Where'd you sleep last night? Up by the caves?
Our tents were lost. We slept in an abandoned cabin.
You see, they disappeared too.
Who?
The men from that cabin. You're not catching on, are you? First was them Owens brothers. Now those boys you found got hungry.
Who did?
The head piercer.
The head piercer?
Half man, half bird.
Mr. Goss.
Go ahead, laugh. I seen it.
I apologize. I meant no disrespect. But do you know of anyone else who was up near those caves 2 nights ago?
Nobody human. You stay up there much longer, you'll see for yourselves. The head piercers killed plenty over the years. You want to be next?
Send this telegram to the provincial detective's office in Gravenhurst right away.
You folks are always in a hurry, aren't you?
The 2 young men that we found dead near their tents believed they were searching for the gateway to the underworld. Do you know anything about that?
The Ekarenionda. My grandfather told me all about it. It's the pathway to the village of souls.
Where is it?
You want to go up there? I don't much like sending people to their death.
2 young men are dead. We're going to find out why.
We know why.
Are you talking about this head piercer creature?
It's called the Oskatara. It guards the Ekarenionda. You want to take your chances? Fine. Follow the Talbot Trail. Come to the end. You'll see the caves to the west.
I believe those 2 young men came through town here. Did you see them?
Yes. 2 young lads came in here a couple of days ago. I tried to warn them, just like you, but they wouldn't listen.
Anyone else see those 2 young men? Fletcher Goss told me about 2 other young men who disappeared about 10 years ago. The Owens brothers? Anyone know anything about that?
I remember the Owens.
Nelson?
They were boasting of finding gold in the caves. They tried to sell their claim for $100.
Did they sell their claim?
Disappeared before they could.
Did you ever see any of the gold they claimed to have found?
They had a nugget, but I never seen any in the caves. Figured they were lying. Some believed them.
Shut up, Nelson. No one cares what you thought.
Did anyone search for them?
Their father came around asking some questions. I told him that we didn't know anything, It was best to leave it alone.
You didn't help him?
No. Wasn't anything to be done.
Folks say it was the creature. I can tell you don't believe it, but it's real.
And you've seen it?
I have. My father, too.
Me too. Oh, I know. You and your wife think we're touched. But the head piercer has lived around here for centuries.
Would you like some tea?
Annie, you never asked me that. You all right?
I'm worried about you.
Well, of course I'm totty all sorts. I just touched 2 dead bodies and we're in this filthy, derelict shed.
Do you want to leave?
Leave? Don't be ridiculous. We're in the beautiful, rugged wilderness, and I'm with my rugged mountain man. There's something outside. Don't get killed. Henry, I don't like this. It's horrible.
Go back inside.
In the skulls could have been made by any long, sharp implement, including large talons.
Talons. You believe in this head piercer?
Well, new creatures are being discovered all of the time. A new dinosaur fossil was recently uncovered, Tyrannosaurus, the largest yet.
Yes, but none of these have ever been found living.
Perhaps this Tyrannosaurus had feathers. This local creature, it might just be a descendant.
You'll have to forgive me, Julia, but in my experience, the killer is almost always human. This must be it.
The entrance to the underworld. And you're quite sure about this?
No, but let's have a look anyway. There are tools here. Pickaxes, rope.
Mining tools.
But we aren't anywhere near the Laurentian Plateau. As far as I know, there have been no significant finds here.
William, look.
The Owens brothers.
This must be where they found gold.
Where they claim to have found it.
They've been here for years.
10 years, judging by what we found in the cabin. And
the position of their bodies suggests they were put here, already dead.
Where no one would find them.
Trapped! What was that?
Just the rock settling.
Sounded like some kind of creature. William, we're going to lose light soon.
There's no way we're going to move these boulders. Our only hope is to move further into the cave and find another exit.
You're right, but what if there's something else in there? William, I do love you.
I love you too. Don't worry. We've gotten out of worse.
Look, I see daylight.
There, see? Stand back. I'll try to open it up so that we can crawl through.
bloody kids.
Stop it! Get them out!
Calm down, it's just a couple of garter snakes.
No!
There. Not too worse for wear. The boulders must have come from up there.
It wasn't an earthquake.
No, someone levered the boulders and caused them to fall.
To trap us in the cave. Could have been killed.
That may have been the plan. Carefully.
Delicious. What a find.
Henry, they grow in the dirt.
Don't all vegetables grow in the dirt? These are fungi. You'll love them.
Oh, no, I'm not going anywhere near those. Moo Mama called mushrooms the devil's fruit.
Why?
Henry, why must you question everything?
I don't know.
No, it's all right. I suppose that's what makes you such a great policeman. Did you hear that?
No, Angel Wing.
Your favorite? Turtle soup.
Lovely, thank you.
This is just the first course. There's plenty more to come.
Before we eat, I've got a little surprise for you, Margaret.
Oh?
Happy anniversary, darling.
Thomas! What is it?
It's the hat that you wanted.
It is not.
That's the one that you pointed at in the window when we walked past the millinery shop last week.
No. The one I wanted was a midnight blue velveta with taffeta rosettes. This is... What is this?
I don't know what it is. You're the one that pointed at it.
Oh. I would never have pointed it. It's a monster!
It's not a bloody monster. It's those little buggers from down the street.
Oh.
Right, this time, I'm gonna get them.
You will do no such thing. We will ignore them and continue with our dinner. I'll just find somewhere to put this. What's got you laughing?
I know you told me to leave it alone, but I couldn't help myself.
What did you do?
I tied some fishing line to the two lampposts at the bottom of our walk. Any mischief makers come near this house, they're gonna go flying arse over elbow.
Thomas.
Miscreants! Quick with your bloody hands on you! Tall woman, come back!
Someone chasing you?
It's Henry. Something's gotten into him. Why are you so filthy? Really, Julia, I know we're tramping, but a lady must have standards.
What's wrong with Henry? Where's he going?
That man from town was right. People go mad up here.
I'll take Ruth back to the cabin.
I'll find Henry. Perhaps the fresh air has made him feverish.
Feverish. He's delirious. What was that? And don't tell me that was nothing. That was definitely something.
You two, inside the cabin.
Be careful, William.
Quite the costume, Mr. Goss. We found feathers matching these outside the tent of Michael Mullins and Gregory Hunter.
You don't understand.
You were also in possession of these. Perfect size and weight to pierce a man's skull.
I can't explain.
I should hope so.
I just went up there to scare them. They came looking for a monster. I wanted to show them one so that they'd leave and never come back.
You did more than that.
One of them came out of the tent and saw me. I was gonna scare him and run away, but he charged at me.
So you killed him?
I picked up a rock and I threw it. I didn't mean to kill him.
And the other man?
He ripped his way out of the tent, ran into the woods, and right off that cliff.
You realize I only have your word to go on.
It's true. They were accidents, both of them.
Then why pierce their skulls?
It was horrible. But I needed to make it look like the head piercer did it.
So the myth would be proven to be true?
We know about the head piercer and we keep away. No one in this town wants outsiders sniffing around.
You more than most, Mr. Goss. What are you hiding?
Oi! I want a word with you lot. Bloody hell, man.
Oh, dinner?
What a woman.
You'll stay here until morning, then you'll be taken into custody.
What about the deer?
Pardon?
Someone strung a skinned deer in a tree. Was that you?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I just know it was you. I am an excellent judge of character.
William. Do you think he's responsible for the cave-in?
He claims he didn't do it.
What about the skeletons in the cave?
They've been dead 10 years, Julia. He would have been only a boy.
Then who could have killed them?
Eli Goss is hiding something. Mrs. Bennett knows more than she's letting on. I'll go into town and question her again.
I'll come with you.
Who's going to watch over him?
Oh, Henry and I can manage.
I don't think Henry's capable of much at the moment.
Oh, he's almost back to normal.
Mr. Goss could be dangerous, but he's well tied.
Oh, I'm not worried about him.
William, look.
What is it that I'm looking at?
Psilocybe semulanceta. It's a mushroom that causes hallucinations.
Some folks in town say that those who go into these hills go mad.
This could be an explanation.
Oh, Ruth said Henry ate mushrooms last night.
Of course. Well, the effects do last several hours, but he should be back to normal soon.
Normal. Mrs. Bennett, please put down the axe.
So, you're still here?
We went to that cave you told us about yesterday.
Did you now?
Yes, and there was a cave-in. We almost died.
These things happen.
It's a bit too much of a coincidence for my liking.
Just what are you accusing me of?
We found skeletons in the cave. 2 men were killed about 10 years ago. John and Albert Owens.
I don't know anything about that, but if there are bodies in there, I'd have to say it's the head piercer.
There were no piercings in their skulls.
Now that's unusual.
There's a fair bit of blood there. What's that from?
I was butchering meat for my store.
Oh. Well then, I should like to buy a cut.
It's all gone.
Sold out that quickly, did it?
It wasn't for my store. It was a deer for the head piercer.
You take it food?
That way it stays away from us. I do my part to keep this town safe.
Mrs. Bennett, the head piercer does not exist.
You don't know that.
We apprehended Eli Goss last night.
What for?
He was in a costume, masquerading as the head piercer.
Why would he do that?
He was trying to drive us away from here. Helping someone keep something secret.
You're lying! Get out of my store!
We have found 4 murdered men. You claim to be keeping people safe. Help us understand what's happening here.
I've already told you. You wouldn't listen.
Where's your claim registry kept?
I don't have to show you anything.
The law says otherwise.
What do you have to hide?
Yeah. I don't know what you think you're gonna find in there.
Julia, look at this.
You, on the chair, you stay right there. I'm gonna make some tea. And no, you can't have any.
Fletcher Goss.
What do you two want?
Are you out mining?
That's none of your business.
Have you found any gold yet?
You bought your claim for $1, is that right, Mr. Goss?
And what if I did?
Well, the Owens brothers were trying to sell it for $100. But then it was freed up when they mysteriously disappeared.
You know what you did, Mr. Goss?
You killed those 2 men 10 years ago. We found their skeletons in a cave.
Bullocks.
Those caves contain no Archean rock, only sedimentary. You will never find gold in there, Mr. Goss.
They said it was there.
They lied.
Well, damn them to hell. 10 years. 10 years. I've been digging for that gold.
You couldn't let it go because you killed for it.
Being boastful men they were. They made a fool of me!
I'm placing you under arrest, Mr. Goss, for the murders of John and Albert Owens. I've taken your son into custody as well, so come peacefully.
Eli? Why? What's he got to do with this?
He's been dressing up as head piercer to scare people off the hills.
He's killed a man, and he's responsible for another man's death.
Why would he do a damn thing like that?
To keep people away from those caves, so no one would find out what his father did.
He was just a boy. He was there that night, but he never even spoke of it. Let me talk to him. Please.
Margaret, about last night. I know that dinner didn't exactly go to plan.
Those children may not have tortured us if you hadn't gotten so angry with them. But did you see how they ran?
They thought the dead had risen from the grave when they saw you. I'm sorry I got you the wrong hat.
Nonsense. I haven't laughed that hard in years. Happy anniversary, Thomas.
Happy anniversary, darling.
He's gone.
Where's Ruth? Oh, thank God. You're all right.
Dr. Όγκτεν, Henry is cured. Oh, poop.
Dr. Ogden knew about those mushrooms. She said I was lucky. Some of the other kinds are poisonous.
You see? My mama was right.
They took me by surprise. I'll admit I had a few too many.
Yes.
Perhaps if I just ate one or two.
Henry, no.
I'm going to bring a little bit back to Toronto.
Henry Higgens Newsom, you surprised me.
I, my dear, am full of surprises.
Fletcher Goss has confessed to the murders of John and Albert Owens. You'll find their skeletons in the cave.
We'll see they get a decent burial. And these two?
Michael Mullins and Gregory Hunter, university students. Eli Goss killed Hunter, and Mullins died accidentally.
Eli Goss escaped. He's somewhere out in the woods.
We'll find him.
I could stay.
No need. You know the territory around here, he won't get far. What brought you folks out here?
A simple camping trip.
Remind me not to go into the woods with you, Detective Murdoch.
Mrs. Bennett really did believe in the Oscar Tara.
Simply a misguided attempt to protect the townsfolk.
Strange. She hasn't opened the store today.
It's the Lord's Day, Julia. It's not unusual. Let's go home.
You shouldn't have done what you did, Eli. Look what I brought you.